You clicked on the video, so at least we know that you're not one of those suckers who are trying to skip leg day. Guys, you cannot skip leg day. It is the foundation of the body. If you want a nice balanced physique, you are gonna have to work your legs. Now, you not having access to the gym and heavy weights should be no excuse. You should still be able to work your legs. So I'm gonna take you through 3 exercises you can do in the comfort of your own home. Little to no equipment. You can do them body weighted, you can do them weighted. It's up to you, but we're still gonna work those legs. We're still gonna make the gains, guys. So let's go. So when we're discussing legs and the aesthetics of the legs, most people will tend to say quads are the main thing they want to improve, or in their mind when they look at a pair of legs, the first thing they're going to focus on quads. Of course, it's at the front. It's the first thing you see when looking at someone's legs. Unless you're behind them, then obviously the calves are going to be the main thing that you're taking note of. So if we really want to build those quads, isolate those quads. You don't have a leg extension, you don't have, you know, a squat rack, or you don't have weights. All right, first exercise is going to be sissy squats. Don't let the name fool you. There's nothing sissy about them. They are actually very difficult. So what you're going to do, you can come in between a doorway, or you can find a singular pole, anything that you can hold on to. You can even have a chair down by your side, and all we're going to do, guys, is come onto our toes a little bit, and we are going to lower ourselves down like that. Push up. We're going to put a lot of tension on the quads. We want to make sure that our body is nice and rigid. It's not a wave. Literally, we're just going to bend at the knees and then push back up, guys. Now, a lot of people might not be able to get down that low. That's fine. So if you have to start with just here, that's fine. But we're making sure our core is nice and rigid and the quads are doing majority of the work. So again, you can use one hand, you can use both hands. It's up to you, depending on where you're currently at right now. So if I go one hand, really want to focus like that, and then push back up. Your arm is simply meant for balance. It is not there to assist you in pulling yourself back up. It's simply help you to balance out the movement. We want to make sure the quads are doing all of the work. Again, we're going to get some ankle mobility in there as well. If your ankles ain't that mobile, then you might struggle a little bit in the beginning, but just keep doing them and you will improve. So I'll just show you one more time the technique. Shoulder width apart, come down, and then push. You see how I really emphasize this part here? That's where the quads are going to be built. Now, if you prefer to lean back a little bit further, you can also do that. You might find it easier doing one hand to get that real lean back, and then push back up, guys. Major quad builder. Now, if you want to take it to the next level, you find that you're not getting enough depth in your sissy squat. What we can do is elevate our feet. And what elevating our feet is going to help to do is it takes away the ground being a limiting factor. So this might have to come back just a tiny bit. And here we go again. Now see how low I can get now? I can go a lot lower. I can get a deeper stretch on my quads as soon as I'm elevated a bit higher. You don't have to go crazy high, and you know, you just find something that is going to give you a bit more ground clearance. But sissy squats, you can't sleep on them, man. Really gonna isolate the quads, improve your knee health, your knee mobility and flexibility. So if your knees are something that needs some work, get on the sissy squats, guys. You can progress them as well. You can put a backpack on, a weighted vest, anything like that. Obviously you can do them without holding on to anything as well. If your balance gets really good, most people start off with assisted. If I'm honest, it's probably going to be better for you to do them holding onto something, so that you can solely focus on the quads rather than focus on your balance or whatever. But if you've got good balance and you know that's something you want to work on, then you can do them unassisted, guys. But they're going to build the quads. They're going to put that tension in your quads. Even if you do have weights and other stuff, just doing these at the end of your session, again, it's really going to help to build those quads, get that nice little, you know, pattern going with them. And that's it, guys. So this is just to show you from another angle, just so you can really see the quads doing what they need to do. So there, push, there, push. Now it's also going to help with your toes. A lot of people you know, you underestimate your toe flexibility and mobility and what goes into that. So if you have toes that are not very flexible, you know, you keep them cramped in shoes all the time, doing this exercise as well is going to help with your toe mobility and flexibility as well, which is very important. But we won't get into that today, but just make sure you're doing your sissy squats. When people think of leg workouts or exercises at home, the first immediate thought is, well, I'm going to go into a squat, and which is great. You can go into a squat, but you're probably going to end up doing multiple reps of squats, especially if you've been working out for a while or you have a decent sporting background. You're going to find yourself doing excess of 200 squats to really get the response from the body that you need. So however, we can cut that number in half. We can make them more athletic, more unilateral focused, all that sort of thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into a Bulgarian split squat. All you need is a chair, a sofa, anything, a table that you can rest one foot on, like so. We don't want it super high, we don't want it, you know, up here, and we're trying to really find our balance. You know, we kind of want the bench to be about knee height at the very, you know, maximum. And what we're going to do, guys, literally is just come down, push back up. So again, this now becomes a unilateral movement. That means each leg is going to have to do the same work. There's no carrying in this movement. Again, balance is going to be a factor involved. So if that's something that you need to work on, then obviously you want to start doing your Bulgarian split squats. But there's no reason why not everybody should be able to do this movement. Now, you do want to find your balance, you do want to find your sweet spot. If you've got longer legs, you might have to come a little bit forward. If you've got shorter legs, you might have to come back. So again, find your balance before you start doing the movement. Make sure that you're comfortable, you feel strong, and then push back up, guys. Now, some people may need to start on the ground. That's fine. Now, even if you do have a lower bench, it's not really a big issue. It's just so the foot is elevated enough, like so, and just like that, guys. Now, depending on the height of your bench, the ground might be a limiting factor. It's not a big deal. As long as you're getting this deep stretch here, there's a lot of tension on the quad here, and we're pushing back up, guys. Quality quad building movement. It's going to build the glutes as well. Now, some people will say, depending on where your torso is positioned, it is going to play a role in the glute activation, or should I say the level of your glutes involved. So I'm just going to put these back up because I am tall and my knee does hit against the ground if I do them without a little bit more elevation. So if you do them more upright, apparently, then obviously it is going to hit the quad a lot more. We want everything driving through this front leg. We're not really trying to use the back leg to help us. That's just there for balance. We're using everything through this front leg to drive us. Now, apparently, if you bend over a little bit more, it does get the glutes involved a little bit more, guys. But test it and see. Everyone's body is different. I feel like I get glute involvement regardless, so it's maybe just go not straight up but a slight lean forward. We'll get the best of both worlds. But Bulgarian split squat, you cannot sleep on it. To prove to you that you don't need anything special, anything fancy. Look, I've got this old chair. It's been through the wars, but it's been pretty reliable to me. Literally set up the chair, foot on, just like that. We're making sure we're keeping our toe nice and tight. We don't really want too much shaking. No, we want to be here. We want to make sure the core is engaged. Sometimes you can even tense your core. That really helps to get the core engagement focus going. And then up. You can bring your hands out to the side as well. Up. Now, you can progress this movement as well. If you do have a weight plate, a dumbbell, something like that, then obviously you can hold it in one hand. You can put a backpack on, or if you even got a barbell, you can put that on your back. So many ways you can progress a Bulgarian split squat when you're at home, but make sure it's in your routine, guys. Really going to build a solid foundation for the legs. Again, that unilateral strength, and all my athletes out there, you should be doing this on a regular basis. Now, it is very rare in sport and everyday life that we do things off of two legs. Usually, you know, we're moving off of one leg, we're doing something, you know, especially when there's sprinting, jumping, and, you know, turning involved. One leg is usually what we like to explode off of, guys. So make sure that you got your split squats in your routine. And so next up, we've got an exercise that most people are probably not performing, which they need to be performing, and that's going to be the Cossack squat. Now, for a lot of you, this is going to look like a warm-up exercise, but it can be progressed. However, if you're new to exercise or haven't been working out a lot, this is really going to take your legs to the next level. So again, the Cossack squat, literally you want a nice wide stance, and all we're going to do is come down to one side, push back up, one side, push back up. This floor is not level, hence why I'd put my hand on the floor there, but you don't want to be doing that. So I'm just going to work this side just so you can see. So literally we're putting a lot of tension on this quad here. The adductors in here are really getting stretch and work as well. So again, if you want nice overall leg development, you want to be focusing on some unilateral movements. Now this is going to be a lateral movement compared to a frontal plane with the Bulgarian split squats and the Sissy squats. We want to make sure that we get the sidewards movements in as well. So again, the Cossack squat is going to be excellent for most. Now if you can't get down here, that's fine, you can start just there, but you want to gradually improve that range of motion over time. Now to progress this, you can hold a weight plate in your hand, weight vest, backpack, anything of that nature, even a barbell, but body weight is going to be enough for most people. Most people are not going to have the range of motion to get all the way down here, guys. They don't have it just like that. Simple as that, guys. So we want to make sure as well that if you can keep your heel on the ground to really work on that mobility. If you can't, then obviously you can raise your foot up. It's up to you, but it depends on where you are right now, your current fitness level. But the Cossack squat definitely slept on. The easiest variations that I've seen is either using the kettlebell, or you can even hold dumbbells in your hands for most beginners. That is going to take away the weight on your back. Might be a little bit of a safer option as well, because then you can just drop the weight and get yourself back up. But the Cossack squat definitely slept on. You should implement it into your training. Just to show you guys again before it starts to fully start raining, nice wide stance, literally see how my foot comes up there. That really helps to get nice and low. Don't try to keep this foot on the ground. Raising it helps to get nice and low. Again, feel all the abduction in there, and then we're exploding back up off the leg just like that. And that's it, guys. You're going to build the mobility, you're going to build the flexibility as well, and the strength in your legs. So those are 3 exercises I would definitely recommend programming into your routine, or just doing on a regular basis at home. Again, little to no equipment. At the very most, all you need was a sofa, chair, or table to rest your feet upon, and that's it. That's all you need. So hope you enjoy watching. Make sure you like, you comment, you subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. I'm out. Peace.